Now, generally, I'm a nice person, and if you ask me to do something, I'm on it right away for you. But over, like, maybe the last month or so, I started getting the sense that maybe I do this a little too much. I don't know. Hey.
Hi.
You ready to go?
Yeah, but first, can you hold my purse, please?
Oh, sure. Why?
Thank you so much. It's just kind of hurting my shoulder a little bit. Sorry.
Oh, it's just. What if people get the wrong idea and think this is my computer bag or something?
I doubt it. What computer can fit in that small thing?
The iPad Mini.
True. Oh well. Who cares what they think?
I mean, it is pretty stylish.
I know, isn't it cute?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so you want to get going?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
What are you doing?
You don't have to walk either. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Rob Rodriguez. Yeah, I know. I've been putting off shaving for a while. It's not very professional, I know. At some point by next week's video, I'll probably have that taken care of. But for now, I just gotta manage it a little bit. So, Kelly Clarkson basically said it the best herself. Mr. Know-It-All, or in this case, Mr. or Mrs. Know-It-All, do you think you know it all? Because, let's be honest, in the 2 years, you really don't know a thing about me, do you? I mean, I share a lot of personal stories, but you don't know a thing about me. Everyone knows a know-it-all, whether you went to high school with them, or it's your coworker, or it's who you're watching right now on YouTube, because I can admit, a lot of people find me to be a know-it-all. But hey, since this is pre-recorded, you can't tell me to shut up, so that's a plus. I mean, there are BuzzFeed quizzes that could probably answer your question if you want to self-diagnose yourself being a know-it-all. I mean, it's like WebMD for the most random questions people want to know. And to be honest, I took the Which Friends Characters quiz are you? I took the Which Friends Character Are You quiz, there we go, and I got Rachel, but let's be honest, I'm more of a Chandler. I mean, the lowest I would go is maybe a Ross, but those things are inaccurate, I tell you. I've kind of touched base with this before, but you know, when you're watching a show with somebody who knows plenty about the series, but you're new to the show, I mean, you just want to enjoy it. You don't want to hear, okay, this is the part that you're going to really like. Oh, yeah, what you don't know is she's acting like the good guy, but she's really the bad guy at the end. Okay, you didn't hear from me, okay? I'm just going to send you a link of what you might want to know later. Okay, I remember back in high school, I was the guy who raised his hand so much, it forced the teachers to say, somebody else. Well, I mean, on their defense, I used to just raise my hand to say something very random, because in public is one of the best places to test out your material, to be honest with you. But they didn't really like it, so they said, why are oranges orange? And I would answer with, you know nothing rhymes with orange, right? And then they say somebody else. Does somebody else have an answer? Because they're orange. Thank you! So then there are the people who like to just think they know everything. Like they're a child or something in the I know everything stage. But a lot of the time, what if there's some inaccuracies and they're just waiting for that Foot Locker employee to show up and be like, hey, I thought you liked this shoe for that foot in your mouth. Like, I can't tell you how many times I'm talking about a movie with somebody, and then they are very convinced somebody who's not even in this movie is in that movie. Like, I remember one time, somebody thought Angelina Jolie was Black Widow, And I'm like, no, it's Scarlett Johansson. And then he's like, I'm pretty sure it's Angelina Jolie or one of them. Are you kidding? Watch the movie again. Like, watch all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm employed. That would take way too much time, and I need my sleep, Well, we have a lot more show to fill, so that being said, I'm gonna need a minute. So I was watching Dr. Phil the other day, and this woman was on, and she was so convinced that Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal was about her. And I bet the Statue of Liberty is modeled after her too, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there are the people who think something's about them. And then there are the people who can relate to the source of entertainment in question. But the people who think it's actually about them, don't be crazy enough to go on tabloid TV and, seek answers and want the royalties. I mean, you don't see a couple named Jack and Diane going after John Mellencamp, do you? You don't see those people mentioned in Summer of '69 going to Bryan Adams and saying, hey, it was the summer of '76 you're singing about here. Okay, I'm sorry, just one more outdated example and then we'll try to be as modern day as possible. Okay, some guy named Jesse goes to Rick Springfield and then he's like, why are you talking about my girl, man? I can think of maybe one scenario where you would need to be worried about a song being about you. Simple. You dated Taylor Swift. And that's your answer. It's time for that weekly list known as the Possibility List. It's kind of like if National Geographic is playing a penguin documentary in the morning. If you really think about that, that's an early bird special. Okay, this week's list is titled 4 Rejected Ben & Jerry's Flavors. At number 4, Prune Splash. Number 3, Overweight Chimpanzee. Number 2, Strawberry Rodriguez. And number 1, 4 Rejected Ben & Jerry's Flavors. Cheddar Yum Yum. Alright, and that is the possibility list for you this week. Well, that is the show for you this week. You know how to follow me on social media. Special thanks to Cassie for helping me out with the cold opener this week. She is such a good sport, and a natural, I might add. Well, the Minute Show will be back April 3rd at the latest. We're still trying to figure that out. And I will see you next week. How about that? Yeah, I'll see you next week. I won't catch you outside, whatever that means. See you next time.